Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I am Patience, and in today's video we are making some ginger and garlic mixture. In this batch of series, just prepping things that will make cooking easier, and one of the things I love in my food is a ginger and garlic mixture, but I hate always having to grind it when I'm ready to do it. This is my way of ensuring that I always have some on hand, especially if I'm going to a busy season, which I'm currently kind of in, but I'm still taking time to prep it, and it's going to last me a while. It can last you for over a month, and if you freeze them, it can last you even longer. So already I have some garlic, like I basically have like 4 of these on here. I think I'm gonna do like a couple more. So I'm just pulling this out, see how much of it that I want to use. I may store some for other things. Maybe I'll cook later today and have some whole garlic. Sometimes when I have a lot of garlic and I'm not able to do this, I don't want it to go bad. So I will essentially just freeze them whole. But to make this mixture, it's best to do it on fresh garlic. And if you have a bunch of garlic and it's about to go bad, garlic and ginger, definitely try this. You don't want your food to go bad, especially in this economy. Who has time to be funding food waste? So just get as much as you can. And I have some ginger as well over here, but we're just gonna start with the garlic. I have enough. I think I'll do one more, just one additional one. I'm also trying to make sure that whatever I leave that is fresh, I will be able to use it before it goes bad. So I may actually do 2 more just in case, because this was the primary purpose of me buying the whole pack of garlic, and I don't want it to go bad. I hate it when I waste any type of food. It's also a waste of money. One of the best things to do if your vegetables are going bad is finding ways that you can make it last longer. I do buy a lot of fresh vegetables. And one more. So I'll just leave these 2. I think I could use it later. If they do go bad, I'm so mad. Why didn't I just put it in the mixture? But there are some recipes that I'm going to do that will call for some fresh garlic. Or garlic without ginger in it. I hope you're having a great day, by the way. I am. Let's open this up. Keep all the little ones. Keep all the little ones. I know they can be a pain, but keep them. Now that we've gotten that done, I'm going to show you my technique for peeling, and then I'm going to move on to the ginger. Probably go off camera and peel the rest. So my technique goes in like one of 3 ways. One is just tapping it a little bit, and then typically it'll be easier to peel with your hands after this. So there's like gonna be an opening. Now the problem with this is that you don't want to squish it, especially when it becomes too small. And the pro is that you get to keep the ends, but if you don't want the ends, you can also just take it off. So this technique I typically use with the larger ones, and it makes it so much easier to just take it, peel it. The leaves come off super easily. Look at that right there. If I see any undesirable spots, I just take it off and dump it in. So this is one of my favorite, like I said, for the bigger ones, but it doesn't work on all of them. And for especially some of the small ones, they become squished, which this one, it doesn't matter anyway, because it's gonna go into the blender. By the way, that's why the blender is there. But I do have another technique that I use. The other technique is to just go straight for the edges. Just go this way, and just be done with it. Peel off whatever is left. But if you do this in a good clean cut, there's not much left. If you just hold it, peel it, pull it backwards, and then you only have a little bit to take off. So this gives you the advantage of like not having a lot to peel. So it takes off the entire front portion. And look at this one. This one came out really good. But the third one is still with the other one, but just go all the way. Just smash it. And then as you can see, it's pretty much open all the way. And then you can just cut the ends if you want to here and just peel it off. It's so easy if you don't really care about the shape, which in this case we don't. So you can just see, it just comes right off. And yeah, getting all of these peeled is definitely gonna take a while. So I'm gonna stick to the smash all the way and just get it out. So that's with the garlic more. And I just, look at this, I smashed it real good. And I'm just gonna peel all of this off. Look at that. I'm gonna take out the end. And that's it. The next thing is the ginger. So there's several techniques I found over the years depending on the amount of patience that you have, no pun intended, whatever your goal is. So the laziest one, and probably my favorite, but not advised one, is to just cut it. Cut it this way. I do not keep the skin in there. And voila, you are done. You have your ginger here. The problem with this technique is that it wastes a lot of ginger. And if you are in an African home, you could get into trouble for wasting all that ginger. Now, luckily, now that I fund my own bills, I can choose. The second technique, which is actually maybe my second favorite technique, is to use this option. You're just using almost like a potato peeler. You can also use it to peel carrots, and you're just gonna peel it this way. So this one does take time, but you do get to keep more of your ginger rather than just cutting it. And you don't have to use a knife, so that's a plus. It can get a little tricky on the inside ones. So this is probably the technique I'm gonna be using for today, only because the third technique is if you don't have a potato peeler. So now that this is all peeled up, before I put it in, I'm just going to cut it up into manageable pieces. They don't have to be tiny. They are, however, going into the blender, so you want to make sure that you're almost giving the blender a helping hand. Similar size probably to the garlic. Okay, so that's the ginger. The third technique, if you don't have a peeler, is you can use a spoon if you want to keep more on there. So this one, you're just going to use the spoon to scrape it. Look at that. That might even be easier on some pieces. So I'll probably use a combination of all three. So especially if you have a large, flatter surface area, the spoon works really well. And voila, look at that. This one, it does get probably your hands a little bit more dirty compared to the other techniques, but it's better than step one in my opinion, because it does give you more ginger. You can see, like, literally some of them it's scraped only the skin, and you have a good amount of ginger left on there, so very minimal waste. Then you can go ahead and cut this up as well. Dump it in. So now that we've seen those three techniques, as well as how much garlic and ginger I'll be using. Well, let me show you how much ginger I'll be using. Probably gonna do this much ginger and garlic. I'll probably peel some of this and leave it on the side for something else. I have my tools. I'm ready to go. Get my hands all up in there. And I will see you back here when I have finished all of this. That's gonna take a while. We'll see you there. We are back. Let me tell you, this took me almost like an hour to peel. And then after I took a break, because I just couldn't go straight in. But now that we're done, I'm just going to put these in here. Just a lot. It's definitely a commitment. But I think even if you spend an hour doing this one day, you're going to save so much more time in the future. Now that that's done, we're going to just put this on. Lock it in place. And now I'm going to pour some olive oil in here. It's not much. Okay, so we have more olive oil. Let's pour it in. I'm just going to start to slowly blend it. Okay, so now that it's blended, I'm just going to let it continue to blend, and I'm going to get myself the mason jars. This is the step where if you want to add a little bit of salt, the salt and the oil preserve it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just going to add a little bit. That wouldn't make that much of a difference when I'm cooking. There's nothing I'm going to be cooking where I wouldn't add salt anyway. So I don't want to overly do it, but I still want to get some salt in here. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with our ginger and garlic mixture. Let's go ahead and put it into these mason jars. You know what? Let me put them in the oven just for a little bit. That is something that you can also do just to make sure that it is sterilized. I think that's what it is for. They're not really hot. You can leave it in there longer if you want to, but I'm just going to scoop this out and put it in. I'm going to fill one first, and then if there's more, I will add it to the second. It's definitely better than a spoon. It's gonna carry more in at one time than a spoon. It smells so good, by the way, just so good. And then when you're ready to cook and you need some ginger and garlic paste, here you have it. It does take time. It might seem cheaper to buy it at the store, but honestly, homemade will always be good. It smells so good. Barely any preservatives. We just added some oil and some salt. And we have this delicious ginger and garlic mixture. Wow, all might actually go into here, which is good. I think if there's a tiny bit left, instead of putting it in a whole other mason jar, I would rather just put it into a smaller container. This is the max right here. Sometimes just to give it a little bit more air tightness, I'm just going to get this and put it on top. And then I'm going to close it up. And here you go. The rest, I'm probably just going to put it in here. I'm just drying it. It has a top, and I'm going to use this one first. I'm actually going to be doing some cooking in a few hours. And whatever doesn't come out, I'm going to put in water, and I'm going to blend it, get all of it as much as possible out. And then I'm going to use that water for other things such as sauces, soup. I'm just gonna close this up. And there you go, everybody. Look at this. Just some fresh ginger. It's so good. It goes into almost anything you would want. And that's it for the video today. Store this in the fridge and ensure that it is kept safe. Do not dip into it with an unclean spoon or a wet spoon. Do all that you can and you'll see it last for over a month in the fridge. So thank you again for watching this video. Like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. I will be posting a video this Friday, a non-food related video, but it'll be financial related, and I'll be posting another recipe next week. So come and enjoy. And if you've missed any of the series that have been taking place since almost the beginning of this year, you can go back and watch all of them. Thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.